What's going on, YouTubers? It's the Natural Born Thriller, and welcome everyone to All Elite Wrestling Review, the show from August 11th, 2020. And this will be your AEW Dark results with your commentators Taz and Tony Schiavone at Jacksonville, Florida, in Daly's Place. Let's get right into it, folks. Let's not waste any time. We get Lee Johnson versus Ray Fenix. Match I thought was pretty good. In the end, obviously you know who won here. Ray Fenix. I'm pretty sure MJF ain't happy that he's got a loser, on his as his what should we call it? Cabinet. Yeah, like JBL's cabinet. Well, you got MJF's cabinet, where it pertains to 2020. Deserves better. Where it pertains to MJF becoming the next AEW World Champion. But we'll see if that happens at All Out. When Martinez is going up against the AEW champion, Jon Moxley. We get to Shawn Spears versus Alex Chamberlain. I believe that's how you say his name. His last name. Oh, by the way, Tully Blanchard was out there with him. So, match itself, it was decent. And didn't last that long. But it was a decent match. It was back and forth, decent match between Spears and this guy named Chamberlain, Chamberlain, something like that. I'm assuming that's how you say his name. But Shawn Spears, like I said, got the win with the Death Fire Driver. After the match, he loaded up his his glove. Obviously we know what was in there because it was handed by Tully Blanchard with a piece of steel, and then hits Chamberlain with it. Chamberlain, I think that's how I say his name. It's gotta be Chamberlain. Lane, Payne, so I'm pretty sure. Chamberlain. So there you go. We get a tag team match. We got Mbatu. I'm assuming that's how you say his name. Teaming up with Shawn Spears versus the Gun Club, which is Billy and Austin Gunn. Match itself was decent, and once again, Austin Gunn looked good in the match. In the end, it was the Gun Club winning the match. We get Michael Stevens. My first look at Michael Stevens, my thoughts about Michael Stevens, he was good in the ring, but his whole stick, not a fan of it. But he goes up against Kip Sabian. Super bad Kip Sabian being accompanied by Penelope before, who's the bad girl. Match didn't last long. Didn't care about the match that much, anyways. Kip Sabian wins. Nothing to say about that. AEW was advertising AEW heels, what pertains to the chief officer Brandy Rose. Basically, what pertains to women's division. And there you go. Basically, it's for women's. So there you go. Griff Garrison and Brian Pillman Jr. versus Private Party of Isaiah Cassidy and Mark Quinn. Match itself was pretty good. Obviously, in the end, it was Private Party getting the win by pinning Garrison. And yeah, there you go. Nothing but to say about that match. We get a 6-man tag team match that features Pineapple Pete, Corey Hollins, and Aaron Solo, Aaron Solo versus the Jurassic Express of Jungle Boy, Luchasaurus, and Marco Stunt Grove. Match itself was okay. That's how I'm going to address the match itself. I hate that Marco Stunt got the offense and the upper hand on all three guys in the ring. Bullshit. I don't understand at all. And then make matters worse, they gave him the win with the 450 splash. Alright, so we get the hybrid 2. I did the video promo during this segment before we got to the match. The hybrid 2, which basically is features Henico and Jack Evans versus the Nightmare the natural nightmares of Dustin Rhodes and QT Marshall being accompanied by the Nightmare Sisters, Allie and Brandy Rose. Match itself, it was decent. In the end, it was the Natural Nightmares getting the win. And there you go. Oh yeah, by the way, Brandy Rose how her two dolls. Not dolls, action figures. Her action figures basically. So what's better than one action figure? Two action figures of Brandy Rose. Because Brandy Rose is so full of herself. Brandy Rose thinks that she's the greatest thing since sliced bread, or the greatest thing since wheat bread. And I'm like, I don't know. I just don't know. We get Penelope Ford, the bad girl, versus Rachael Ellering, the daughter of Paul Ellering, who was the manager of Road Warriors, Legion of Doom, also manager of DOA, the Disciples of Apocalypse, and also AOP, Authors of Pain. He's also known as Precious Paul Ellering. So yeah, Rachael Ellering is in AEW. I don't know if she's there permanently, but I think she should. And one thing she needs to do, the one thing that she needs to do is get rid of that belly of hers. Looks like she's got a gut there. Well, actually, she does. Not, I don't think so. She does got a gut. Hopefully, she gets rid of that. But that doesn't take away of her wrestling ability. She's still pretty good in the ring. Obviously, in the end, it was Penelope Ford getting the win after going for the fisherwoman suplex on her and getting the win. So, but yeah, good showing from both sides of the women's. Penelope Ford was taken to the limit by Rachael Ellering, as you know it should. But in the end, it was they're pushing Penelope Ford, who was on the roster. So we don't know for sure if Rachael Ellering is part of the roster yet. But she was also in the women's tournament, which I will do the full results and recaps of it eventually. And basically when it's over. So and it's going to be coming to an end pretty soon on the Saturday. So as of this recording, it was on the Saturday, but not the Saturday that was pertains to AEW Dynamite, and also pertains to the same night. They're doing it on pertains to NXT Takeover 30. But you'll find out once this gets uploaded on. I'm gonna basically have this upload on the Tuesday, so before AEW Dark and before Impact Wrestling. And finally, we get SCU, Christopher Daniels, and the Butcher and the Blade. Well, in this case, I gotta call the Butcher the Botcher, and the Blade just the Blade. Match itself, I got into it at first, but then also I started getting botchy from the Botcher, which is the Butcher. And then the finish was also a botch too, because it was the Botcher's fault. So this match was not that good. I don't know why this was even the main event in the first place. It started off good at first, but then all of a sudden it went downhill afterwards. So the Botcher and the Blade got the win. And there you go. That was the show. 12-mile wrestling for AEW Dark on August 11th, 2020 was 9 matches. And my overall strength for the show for this All Elite Wrestling review, where it's giving you AEW Dark results, from August 11th, 2020. I'm gonna go give it a 7 out of 10. In fact, no, a 6.5 out of 10. Namely because of that main event. So, with that being said, thank you all for watching for It's the Natural Born Thriller, saying peace on the streets. Well, this was your All Elite Wrestling review. We're giving you AEW Dark results from August 11th, 2020. Until next time, we're giving you AEW obviously we're to All Elite Wrestling review. The next one will be about AEW Dynamite results. Pertains to Tag Team Appreciation Night. Until that time, you all stay well, stay safe, take care of yourself for everything that's going on in the world. God bless. Please love one another and live in peace and harmony. And I am out here now. Ta-ta for now.